guys, it's me, Arlissa, and I'm coming at you with an energy of the day. Now, haven't done one of these in a while. I've just been going through some things, guys, and I always tell you that if there is a break in between like my readings and the content that I'm putting out, then know that I'm kind of going through something and I'm just learning about myself more and figuring things out, and eventually we'll bring that to the forefront. So anyways, I'm gonna do a reading. Let's go ahead and just get right into it. But before I start, you already know that I have to tell you the specials, guys. I have to tell you, I have a June special. So if you purchase a full intuitive guidance tarot and oracle reading, which is what I do. This is intuitive guidance. This type of readings, when I do energies of the day, that is intuitive guidance. And we just look into different situations, different things for yourself to bring some clarity and where your focus needs to be and how to move through it. So purchase a full detailed intuitive guidance with tarot and oracle, and then you receive a free 30-minute soulmate or past life reading. So you can also gift your free readings to other people. I'm very flexible with things, but you must purchase the special in the window in June, y'all. So anyways, my hair, I wash my hair, and my hair is I gotta get it thin. I gotta thin it out or something. Anyways, I feel like I'm having a bad hair day and I need to knock it off and just be like, I'm having a hair day. And I guess that's just me being down on myself, which is interesting because this reading is similar to that. So maybe I'm feeling a little bit of that energy from the reading that's coming in. So let's just get right into it. So boom. The first card that comes out is the Eight of Swords, guys. And look, the Eight of Swords is about not really seeing something yourself clearly. It's also about you personally, your thought process, how you process things, how you deliver things through your communication, the way you see yourself. Maybe you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see. Like me today, I'm like, my bangs, I don't like my bangs. I'm not really feeling myself totally, but that's okay because I'm human. And it's similar to that. It's what she's seeing in the mirror isn't really what's happening, right? She's not bound. She's only bound by her thoughts. So this could be man or woman. This is just the way the picture is. The message is that you are bound by your thoughts, overthinking, not seeing yourself clearly. Maybe you're having a tough time being grounded or seeing your vision forward. So with the star coming out right after that, it's maybe you're having a challenging time seeing where you're aligned or if you're aligned. And what I mean by alignment is we all have a sense of wanting to know what purpose we serve with our existence, right? What can we do? How can we do things that bring us joy or, bring us to new chapters? How do you end things? And right now, maybe you're having a hard time seeing clearly that you are actually aligned. It's also having faith and hope. It's the Star of Hope that you are in the right direction. You may not see the results of which you feel like you need to right now, but that's not saying that it's not going to happen, which is a really challenging place to be. Look, y'all, I have so many lessons behind this very thing that I'm telling you, and that makes sense as to why it's coming up. Y'all, these bangs are out of control. And so it makes sense why this is coming up, because of course I can help somebody with this because I have gone through it. I continue to go through it. We're humans. We teeter in and out. So there is a message here to remember that you're going to teeter in and out of things. You're going to teeter in and out of lessons just to see if you're able to choose differently, to see where your self-awareness brings you. As swords are about the mind, and then it's backed up with the indecision card with the Two of Swords. How similar they look, right? Look, how similar. Just blinded. It's the negative self-talk, it's the uncertainty, and it's easy to get in that spiral, right? Where you're not seeing it clearly, and so you don't know, and it's hard to trust, it's hard to believe, it's hard to surrender. I mean, we are humans, we need tangibility, and to a certain degree, well, the ego needs tangibility. And listen, you're never gonna get rid of your ego. That's never going to happen. When people are like, you have to have an ego death. It has to die. Your ego never dies. It's literally a part of being a human. What you do with your ego is you integrate it. You become more self-aware of when your ego is trying to, protect you through self-preservation, and therefore it ends up being self-sabotage. Our ego is a little different in the sense of what I think a lot of people claim it is. It's like this thing that we must slay, when really not. It's this thing that we must integrate. Do you understand? There's a whole different process to it. And so we think that it's something that controls us, and the thing, and that we have to get rid of it, but we never get rid of it. So it keeps us in this limiting belief, this loop, that we're always having to fix something about ourselves. We're always having to heal something. We're always having to do this. We're always having to do that in order to reach the next step. The truth is that yes, we are always having to heal. We are always having to move through things and obstacles and learning how to navigate through things. That is true. Okay. So that part will never cease. It will never cease. But the learning process is you learn how to navigate and not stay in this space of disempowerment or this scarcity or thinking that you're never going to become something or do something because you haven't. Because what you're doing is you're holding on to something that is never going to happen. And because it never happens, you stay in this cycle of believing that what you want the most will never happen. So you got to knock it off. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is. So the bottom of the deck is like what's working for us, what's working in favor, or what's like fueling some of the stuff that's going on. And you're being urged to, through everything that you feel like you can't see, is just to at least see what you want the most with that. Have clarity on what you want with your heart space. Where do you want to go with that? Where do you want to go with your heart space and the clarity? And when we don't see clearly the results, always do what brings you joy in the interim so that you can open up that space to be able to pull yourself back with that expansion. The King of Pentacles is saying that, that's a very grounded place right now. You're probably going through a lot of things. You're going through a lot of different things that are causing you to have patience and causing you to learn how to be grounded through things. And that also, fuels what we're talking about, is like you're not seeing yourself clearly, because when obstacles come up, we're so emotionally tied to the things that are happening that we forget to see the dualistic nature of what's happening to us. While we think something's happening to us, in reality, it's happening for us. And so there is this dualistic nature, like, listen, let me give you an example. When my mom passed away, it was probably the most tragic experience for me. And it was hard. And it was a lot of pain that I distracted myself from for a long time. There was a lot of dark that came with losing my mother. But the beauty that came from that really tragic experience was me seeing myself clearly, moving into my healing journey, loving myself, learning to love myself, learning to pick and put boundaries in place that served that self-love. And I'm able to help people through that. And that is a really beautiful thing. And yes, I did lose my mom, and that's horrible, but something really beautiful came from it. And so while we can feel the bad stuff, we can usher in the good stuff even so, the same. And so let's and so that's what this is. Like, you're coming, hold on. I kind of go in order, but then again, I'm all over the place. So, just bear with me. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. And if you don't know me, you're fixing to learn that this is how it happens with me. I'm all over the place. And I don't really edit, because I just like to be like, if we're sitting here in front of each other, how would I be talking to you? Let's do it that way. Okay. The World comes out, and that's the last card in the deck. So why it feels so hard for you right now is because you're closing out a lot of cycles. You're having to really put action behind a lot of things that you've learned to not do and do those things. Don't go into old patterns, right? The World is saying you're not going back, honey, you're going forward. The world is yours. You just have to stay the course. And I know that is so challenging to hear sometimes, because listen, I've gone through some recent challenges, and I have had to tell myself, just stay the course, keep moving forward, just keep doing it. And you don't always see the light at the end of the tunnel, but the light at the end of the tunnel is actually the light within you. It's your light that is propelling you forward. It's the light that you gain momentum in, the light that you start to see clearly. It's your own light. It's your own realization of the power that you have within you. And that is where you're at. You're at these spaces that are supposed to be cracking you open so you can see this about yourself. But it doesn't feel that way, right? It doesn't feel that way sometimes in the moment. And I get it. But hey, let this be something that's telling you, look, through it all, we've got the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is taking stock of who you are, setting those boundaries. Not everybody has access to you. You have to remember this, because a lot of the cycles that you're closing are probably with people that you don't need access to you anymore. because of unhealthy cycles, toxic things, coping mechanisms, things like that, trauma bonding. There's all kinds of different reasons that things could be falling apart, but they're falling apart for you. So be more mindful about who you let in your space. You know, she's holding it close. I've experienced all this, and you know what? I'm not willing to negotiate myself for other people, and it takes time and it takes patience, but there's something really beautiful that is about to bloom, that is blooming. It's happening. A lot of times plants work on that root system, that foundation, and we can't see. Look, you can't see what's going on above. We can't see it. It's under the ground. But then all of a sudden this sprout happens. And when it starts sprouting, it really starts sprouting. And then you see the beauty of it. And then you start to realize that everything you had to do to build these roots were leading you to the most beautiful harvest. You just have to see it through. So guys, that's it. That's the message. I appreciate you being with me with this, taking time out of your day to listen to me, and just, I appreciate it. Appreciate all the support, and you got this. Thank you so much, guys.